What's going on, everybody? It is Mason here with Strong Side Endurance, and today we got a little bit different video than what you're used to. It's going to be kind of a product review, and the idea is today I want to review this shoe. It is the Hoka Bondi 8. And the reason I want to do it is because obviously the Bondi 9 is out right now, but a lot of, bigger runners, which is what I am, we like to look for that max cushion shoe, and that comes with a price. So with the Bondi 9s being listed in the upper 170s, depending on where you can get them, and sometimes you can find them on a sale or a little bit cheaper, we're going to be looking at just, is this Bondi 8 a good option for you in 2025? So with the Bondi 9s being out, the reason that I want to make this video is the Bondi 8 so a good shoe for you in 2025 is because obviously you're going to start to see some price cuts on these shoes. Now, I have put this shoe through the test. If you can, I don't know if I can punch in to see the bottom, a lot of my tread is gone, the cushioning is down. I have put these shoes through the wash multiple times. Obviously, with it being white, it's hard to keep this shoe clean, but they have held up pretty good. I've been wearing these shoes for about a year on my run, and I've recently picked up a couple more pairs of shoes, so I didn't have to wear these out even more. But I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit of, a review. These shoes have over 200 miles on them, and they are starting to sort of break down in the foam just a little bit. And so we're going to talk about some of the features that this offers versus the 9 and see if you can find these shoes on a reasonable sale. Again, with the 9s being out, then would they be a good option for you or not? The first thing is you have to understand the type of shoe you buy is going to dictate on what you need the use for the shoe for. Meaning you're not going to wear a carbon fiber plate for walking shoes or just everyday casual shoes, or at least you shouldn't. The same thing for a trail shoe. If you're not going to buy a trail shoe if you're doing track work. And so if you are looking for what I would describe as an everyday run shoe, a daily trainer, or a recovery shoe, this is the shoe I would suggest. And there are a couple of differences between the 8s and the 9s, just with the form factor and even just the feel, especially with the upper mesh. And so I'm just going to kind of dive a little bit into that to tell you the differences real quick, and then we'll get into the next topic. So the differences, they're going to stay with a very similar stack height, which is 5 millimeters, but the 9s are going to be actually 2 millimeters higher, so you are getting a little bit more shoe. And with that too, there's going to be a different compression form and also a little bit wider toe box and a different tread pattern. They're kind of going back to more of an older tread pattern on the 9s, and so you'll see that too. And then the toe box is this part here, so where the actual front part of your foot is slightly wider in the 9s. The next major difference you'll see is in the heel, and I'll show some video of the 9s. They got rid of the pull loop strap and they added a higher sort of Achilles part of the heel, which is supposed to give you more cushion and just more support in that area. Now, the one thing that I will tell you with the Bondis is you can definitely tell that they are heavier. The new ones are obviously lighter with each shoe. They obviously want to improve that and the weight of the shoe and how it's made and the material in which it's made with. But you can even tell with, I would say, just the thickness around sort of the inside part of the shoe and the heel. And so when you run, because this is a max cushion shoe, I do feel like it gives you that clanky and then that thud. And the more you wear them, as I've gotten over 200 miles, I have noticed it's been more of a solid just as I'm running, and that could be partly from where I'm striking, but I've been running a lot in the New Balance 1080s. I've almost got 100 miles on those, and I can really tell the difference in the two foams. And so I rotate my shoes and try not to put much wear on my shoes and wear appropriate shoes for appropriate terrain and appropriate types of runs. And so What else could you use this shoe for besides recovery? A lot of people will buy this shoe just because of the fact that it is comfortable and it's easy to walk or stand in. And so if you have a job that allows you to wear shoes like this and you have to stand on your feet a lot, this could be a good option for you. Specifically for this channel and for the type of people who may be watching this video, the shoe, I would say, like, there's a lot of like glycerin, like Max, and a lot of like Max cushion shoes are really, a lot of bigger runners tend to go to those because it is going to give you that softer feel as you're running, in which I do agree. And so I actually would recommend these for larger runners. And by bigger runners, like I myself, like I'm 6'3", 245 to 248, depending on just how much water I have in my body. And I feel like these are a very, very, very sturdy shoe for someone of my size, and they've held the test. I'll probably only put a little over 250, maybe 300 miles on these shoes, and then that'll be it, depending on how well the front foam holds up, and if I don't feel any pressure or pain in my knees, joints, etc. I'll keep using them. I have rotated these to like my smaller runs now, so that's not really, I'm not asking them to give me 8 miles or anything like that. It's, you know, anything from 2 to 3. So I'm getting a little bit more life out of them. When comparing this shoe to the 9's, one of the main things that I will say is the mesh to me on the 9's felt like really, really light, and I felt like it was just really thin, and that may be solid for some people, but I don't know, I just felt like my foot, or like the top of my foot, just had too much wiggle room, or almost like it was gonna break through the top of the mesh. I know a lot of us have had those real thin like Flyknit Nikes or something like that, and it felt like even a lighter version of that. Obviously, when they're designing newer shoes, they're looking to make it lighter, make it more efficient, and then obviously make it perform better over a long period of time. And they definitely went into the mesh and the stitching on the top part of the toe box just to make it a lighter material, more airy, if you will. As always, when you're talking about a new shoe and getting the shoe that's fit for you, I would recommend, I'd highly, highly recommend, go to your local running store. They're going to best fit you for what shoe is perfect for you, or help get you inserts depending on how you walk, how your ankles pronate, or anything like that, even just your normal gait. Whether you need more support, less support, a standard shoe, or any other types of shoes, that is the #1 purpose for that. But if you are looking for a more affordable max cushion option, there are still a lot of Bondi 8's that are floating around out there, and a lot of them are going on sale right now. If you go to Hoka's website, or if you even go to Amazon, they have certain colorways that are, I've seen them as low as $115, and the shoe retails for what was $165. So if you can find them in a colorway that you like, or if you don't care, like I personally really don't care what colorway it is, if I'm running in it and not really wearing it anywhere else, you might be able to pick up or stock up on a few that's just for walking or your easy and recovery runs. If you like this video, and if you like us talking about a little bit of product and a little bit about review on shoes and stuff like that, please let us know in the comments. Obviously, this channel is designed for dads who are looking to get out and get fit, or bigger, you know, runners like myself who are looking to just put some boots on the ground and get some extra miles. But if you'd like this stuff, then leave us a comment, leave us a like, and subscribe to the channel. And we appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.